Namaste. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Aishwarya and this video is about pranayama practices in Hatha Yoga. I'm making videos on pranayama practices. This is the part 1 video where I'll be sharing the preparatory practices for pranayama, and in the other video I'll be sharing the main pranayama practices from Hatha Yogic scriptures. So in today's video I'll give a brief introduction on what is pranayama, and then we'll straight away move forward towards the preparatory practices for pranayama. The word pranayama is made up of two root words, prana plus ayama. Prana means the life force or vital energy. It is the force that exists in all living being, and it is the same force or energy that keeps us alive. The word ayama means expansion. Therefore, the word pranayama means expansion of the dimension of prana, or in simple words, you can say it means expansion of the lifespan. The prana is more subtle than the breath, and it flows in the body in the energy channels called nadis. They're also called pranic channels. Just like how the blood flows in arteries and veins inside our body, just like that, the vital energy or the life force flows in the channels called nadi. Now, I will make a separate video about the yogic physiology, which has the 5 layers of existence, or called pancha kosha. Pancha means 5, kosha means layers. Now, in that, we'll study about the different bodies we have beyond the physical body. The second body which comes after the physical body, is energy body. In this body, we include all the nadi, prana, chakra, kundalini. All of this information in detail we'll study in that video. For now, we'll discuss everything briefly. Now, there are 72,000 nadis or pranic channels in our body. Out of these, only 3 are considered to be very important. Out of these 3, the 2 nadis occupy the same space as the left and right nostrils. That is why, using our breath, we are actually trying to stimulate these pranic channels which occupy the same space as the left and right nostrils. So pranayama appears to be breath work or breathing exercises, but it is actually beyond that. Using our breath, we are trying to stimulate the prana, the vital energy, the life force. Now, there are 3 aspects of pranayama. First is inhalation, in Sanskrit called pura. Second is exhalation, in Sanskrit language called rechak. And third is breath retention, holding of the breath, in Sanskrit called kumbhak. Now, this kumbhak is again of 2 types, internal breath retention or antah kumbhak, or external breath retention, bahya kumbhak. The most important part of pranayama is actually kumbhaka or breath retention. However, in order to perform breath retention successfully, there must be a gradual development of control over the function of respiration. Therefore, in pranayama practices, more emphasis is given to inhalation and exhalation at the beginning in order to strengthen the lungs and balance the nervous system in preparation for practice of kumbhaka. In traditional texts, there are innumerable rules and regulations pertaining to pranayama. The main points to keep in mind when practicing pranayama is to practice moderation, balance, and common sense with regard to inner and outer thinking and living. However, for those who seriously wish to take up the advanced practices of pranayama, the guidance of a guru or experienced teacher is essential. Some important things to remember before practicing pranayama are: always breathe through the nose and not the mouth, unless specifically instructed otherwise. Also, breathe deeply in each pranayama. We have to practice yogic breathing or abdominal breathing while practicing pranayama. It means breathing so deeply that the abdomen expands when we breathe in. The best time to practice pranayama is during the early morning, when the body is fresh and the mind has very few impressions or thoughts. If that is not possible, another good time is just after the sunset. Try to practice regularly at the same time and same place each day. Regularity in practice increases strength and willpower as well as acclimatizing the body and mind to the increased pranic force. Do not be in a hurry. Slow, steady progress is essential. Practice in a quiet, clean and pleasant room which is very well ventilated. Ideally, the practice of pranayama is done on an empty stomach, or wait at least 3 to 4 hours after meals before starting pranayama. Before starting the practices of pranayama and after following the aforementioned rules and regulations, cleaning of the nadis is important. You can practice one of the very important cleansing practice and very simple cleansing practice, which is Jalaneti, using water to clean the nasal passages. Or you can also start with the cleansing practice Kapala Bhati. Kapala means head or skull. Bhati means illumination. This practice reduces the kapha dosha in the body, which leads to a glowing skin or illumination of the skin. Illumination of the face, you can say. Now, the technique for this practice is sit in a comfortable posture. You can adopt any meditative posture, sitting in Sukhasana, just crossing the legs simply, or half lotus pose, or Siddhasana. Keep the spine upright. Keep your neck in a neutral position. Relax your shoulders. Place both your hands in Jnana Mudra on your thighs near your knees. Jnana Mudra is touching the tip of your index finger with the tip of your thumb. Now, gently close your eyes. Relax your facial muscles, relax your jaws. Take a deep breath in and start breathing out forcefully, rapidly with sound. Minimum 20 exhalations to start with. Every time you breathe out forcefully, your stomach should go inwards as if the navel is touching the spine. You can keep a palm on your belly to feel this movement. Try to keep your upper body very, very still throughout the practice. Only the abdominal movements should be felt. Every time you breathe out forcefully, feel that all the toxins from your body are being expelled out. Remember, there should be no undue strain on your breathing at any stage. Always practice according to your own capacity. Always gradually increase the intensity of your practice. In one round, you can start with 20 to 30 exhalations. Now slowly relax and observe your breathing pattern. Observe the state of your mind. Check if there is an automatic pause in your breathing or not. Check if you're not breathing anymore. And because of that, there are very less or no thoughts present in your mind at this moment. Now, very important, people who are suffering from any kind of heart ailment should not do this practice. People with severe back problems, epilepsy, stroke, and one-sided headache, migraine problems must avoid performing Kapalabhati. Practicing Kapalabhati removes impurities or toxins from the respiratory passage. You can say on gross form, it removes toxins from the respiratory passages, but in the subtle form, it cleanses our 72,000 nadis. It also improves digestion. It reduces the alertness for the external environment and promotes inner awareness. Cleans the 72,000 nadis and prepare the body and mind for the pranayama practice. Now let's start with another preparatory breathing practice, which is Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. Nadi, as we all know, are the pranic channels. Shodhan means cleansing. It is also called alternate nostril breathing. The science of breath claim that there is a natural, rhythmic and alternate change in the dominance of one nostril to another occurring after every 1 hour. The aim of Hatha Yoga is to go from one nostril dominance to both nostril dominance, activating both nostrils at the same time. The right nostril is also called the sun channel or Pingala Nadi. The left nostril is also called moon channel or Ida Nadi. When both the sun and moon channels are activated, the main nadi, which is the Sushumna Nadi, gets activated. These three are the most important nadis out of the 72,000 nadis, out of which Ida and Pingala occupy the same space as the left and right nostrils respectively. Sushumna Nadi occupies the same space as of the spinal cord. Left nostril or the moon channel represents energy conservation and is associated with parasympathetic activity, which is rest and digest. It has a cooling and calming effect on the body. The right nostril or sun channel represents energy consuming aspect of the body and is associated with sympathetic activity, which is fight or flight. It has a heating and activating effect on the body. Nadi Shodhan Pranayama or alternate nostril breathing controls and balances the autonomic functions of the body. Therefore, we can say that this pranayama balances our nervous system. The balance function in all the levels of the nervous system is essential for maintenance of the good health. Also, it is very essential for other pranayama practices as well. Now let's see the technique of Nadi Shodhan Pranayama. Sit comfortably in any meditative posture. Keep the spine in an upright position. Form a special mudra of your right hand by folding the index and middle finger together. The right nostril is operated with the help of thumb. You can close your right nostril with your thumb. The ring finger is used for closing the left nostril. This mudra is known as Pranav mudra. If you wish, you can also keep your index and middle finger straight, pressing the eyebrow center gently. Now, breathe out first through both nostrils. Then close your right nostril. Inhale slowly and deeply through the left. At the end of inhalation, close your left nostril. Slowly breathe out through the right nostril. Maintain a uniform flow of breath. Again, breathe through the right nostril and breathe out through the left. This is one round of Nadi Shodhan Pranayama. Starting from breathing in through the left, breathing out through the right, again breathing in through the right and breathing out through the left. You can begin with practicing 10 rounds of Nadi Shodhan Pranayama. Make sure that your breathing has no sound. It's slow and deep. The benefit of this pranayama is that it makes the mind balanced and stable, better concentrated and relaxed. It has a soothing effect on the nervous system. It balances both parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. It improves the function of digestion and sleep. You can gradually increase the rounds of this practice. These were the few preparatory practices for the pranayama. Once you think you can get a hold of these practices, you can start with the pranayama practices. In the next video, I'll be sharing different pranayama practices from the Hatha Yogic scriptures. Now, understand the aim of pranayama. The aim of pranayama is to prepare the mind for meditation. The verse in Hatha Yogic scripture says, control the prana and the mind is automatically controlled. When the prana moves, the mind moves. When prana is without movement, the mind is without movement. By the steadiness of prana, the yogi attains steadiness of mind. Prana and mind are intricately linked. Fluctuation of one means fluctuation of the other. Balance of one means balance of the other. Hatha Yoga also states that a person who masters the practice of pranayama attains dharana, the power of concentration. However, the main benefit of pranayama is to make the body light. One can attain levitation, lightness of the body, which indirectly is again a preparation to sit for longer time without any discomfort, without numbness in the legs for the practice of meditation. Therefore, the spiritual benefit of this practice is the power of concentration. There are many physical and mental benefits of pranayama. Pranayama keeps us disease-free and tends to increase our lifespan. Indirectly, you can say that using our breath, we can control both our mind and body. So this was all about today's video, the part 1 of pranayama practices. It was the preparation for pranayama. Hope you could follow and gain some meaningful information from this video. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section. Thank you for sticking till the end of the video. Have a wonderful day or night. Subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to stay updated. Don't forget to like the video and share with your family and friends. Stay Sattvik. Namaste.